Watch this battle here, so stick around. Odi Bakchis, Kyle Mohan. Odi Bakchis and Kyle. So Odi out front, our current leader in the Formula Jet points chase as Kyle Mohan chases him down. That KM99 Mazda RX-8 as Odi comes into that second outside zone. Now bringing it on in, and a slow trickle here. And now through that front clip. And now transitioning into that final outside zone. Here goes Odi Bakchis. And Kyle Mohan, you see, just comes up a bit short here. And interesting turn of events there for everybody, all the drivers. But Odi Bakchis, again, our current points leader. You have to think that a lot of these guys, hopefully they came prepared, got that Rain X or whatever, fog doesn't get swept up. But so again, you talked about it with your dad, with you. I mean, I know you're drifting, you're talented, and on two wheels on the dirt, but this is something you've always wanted to do. I'm seeing these stickers. Is this what it's going to look like?
Check those out. So yeah, this is what we're going to have to make it look like to achieve that on a loose surface like salt. So this isn't, a 200. It's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal for nowadays standards, but on the salt is something that we have to consider. So as I'm learning more and more about this, we are learning that it's going to be spinning the back tire at excess of 180 miles an hour. So we need to get this bike as slippery as possible, and you have to put a body kit on it and make it look like that.
As slippery meaning through the wind.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
So because you kind of want to get some downforce, want to create that. I think it's absolutely insane. And who are your partners on this project?
Permatex. Permatex is the big one behind it, and this is going to be broadcasted on a bunch of different platforms. Permatex's YouTube channel, my own personal YouTube channel, and as well as Formula D is going to be cross-posting it as well. So whatever platform is clever.
Okay, stick around. Let's check out the second half of this battle, and we'll get back to our conversation here. So now Kyle Mohan, he is out front, and he's going to that first outside zone. Now brings it on in. You can see Odi Bakchis, he shallows up, doesn't get all the way out there. Now transitioning into that second outside zone. Again, the 180-degree turn. And there, look, you can see our current points leader having some difficulty here. Again, Odi Bakchis, I remember, back in the day, he was kind of like 1,000 horsepower laughing at. Now he's there, and Kyle Mohan with this rotary, he's making it look pretty good, given that he's the lone rotary in the competition, but it's not about horsepower. Right now, it's all about skilled driving as the pace going through the course. Dylan, what's going through your mind watching these guys compete here?
Oh, man, it's like slow-mo, man. It's brutal. Like the fact that we even went out for this practice session just a little bit ago, and it did sprinkle a little bit, but it was actually full grip pretty much as far as I could tell on the track. And it was like, man, like we might have this thing dry. And then as soon as we get out here, it's just back to this, which is, it's brutal, man. It's tough to watch.
It's tough. It's very difficult, and just given that again the different asphalts, I have to assume that looking at this. But I definitely want to talk. I want to talk more about this motorcycle. Again, you're taking what is a Kawasaki ZH2 1000 cc, 200 horsepower, going to Bonneville, taking this brand new bike. How are you going to learn how to do this, and will you practice prior to going and doing this?
So one of the things that we can do to go practice, because the Bonneville Salt Flats is flooded for most of the year, you can't actually go and practice on it. So what we can do is we can take it out to the desert out in El Mirage, which is essentially a dry lake bed that is pretty much dead flat. So that's one thing that we can go out and test it, but we don't really need to test it until we get the body kit on it, because that's the big thing. We got to lower the bike. We need to re-gear it. We have to tune the ECU. We need to get that thing having a little bit more power. And everybody that I talk to about this, they give us crazy little details, like there's like little tips on the end of your pegs. So I guess if you take those and you shave those off, that will give you 5 miles an hour and 180.
Straight, just something as simple as shaving a peg.
Shaving a little peg off, and that's what I mean by we need that thing as slippery as possible. So blinkers, you're out of here. Mirrors, you're out of here. Stock fairing, you're out of here.
But you're not turning. That's the whole thing. You're used to turning like all around the course, and now you're just pin it to win it.
Pin it to win it, man. So it's going to be squirrely, and I think that the more people that I talk to about it, like, I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where I've wanted to do it for so long. It's going to be scary, but I think it's going to be really cool.
Obviously, it's going to be cool. I just want you to be safe. I want you to be smart. I also think you might need to introduce a sidecar. You and your brother actually do it. Hey, but I understand you actually do have a teaser. Where can people learn about this as well? Like you said, your own YouTube, but we also have kind of a teaser alluding to it in the project.
Yeah. So like I said, YouTube platforms, on Permatex, on my own as well. Formula D is going to be posting it. Yeah, this is this is going to be wild. I'm pretty stoked.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked for you. So I think we're going to show the teaser here in a little bit. And Kemp, if you want to go ahead and roll it now, I believe we can here. And again, just let's get the scores here. What was the outcome here? Odi Bakchis, Kyle Mohan, slide him left for Odi or right for Mohan, as Odi does get the victory. So our current points